just spotted some cuties, huh? Remember, just be yourself and everything will be fine, okay? Go talk to him, okay? Yeah, good boy. Go talk to him. Say hi. No, don't pee on him. Quincy, you don't just pee on the people you meet. Quincy, that was embarrassing. Peeing on someone is not cute or funny. No wonder she left you.
Hopefully, Quincy learned a lesson.
Quincy, you're never gonna find a girlfriend, buddy. Don't cry about it. You did this to yourself. You did this to yourself.
With intern Louie, that's this week's edition of Lola's Slowdown.
Poor Quincy. Well, he learned a lesson, hopefully. Don't you be doing that. Again, everybody, Amanda, thanks for helping out. News 3 at 5 starts right now.
Some residents are cleaning up from the floods earlier, while others are preparing for the high waters from around Dane County.
And a woman accused of killing her former boyfriend in Janesville will not be charged. Why the Rock County District Attorney made that decision.
This is News 3 at 5.
Thanks for staying with News 3. It has been almost 4 days now since the record-breaking rainfall devastated the communities around Dane County.
We have team coverage of the flooding as Rose Schmidt continues to monitor street closings in Madison, and Madeline O'Neill has relief efforts in Mazo-Maney.
But first, damage associated with this week's record rainfall and flooding is now estimated at more than $100 million. Dane County officials said the $108 million estimate is for public and private property. It does not include county or state estimates, which would be higher because of potential road repairs. They say so far 966 residents have reported damage to their properties totaling more than $69 million. Public sector local governments, not including Dane County or the state of Wisconsin, have reported $38 million in damages.
We're used to dealing with blizzards. We're used to even occasional tornadoes, but you certainly don't see flooding like this often, that's for sure. I've lived here my entire life. I've never experienced anything like this. And flooding is really quite devastating, and it kind of comes up really fast. No one was predicting 15 inches of rain would fall a few days ago. And so it's different than the normal disaster, but we do have contingencies in place. We plan for events that could happen like this.
And Dane County remains under a state of emergency. The National Weather Service says more than 13 inches of rain fell in some parts of western Dane County Monday into Tuesday.
The Isthmus in Madison is preparing for flooding this weekend with more rain in the forecast.
Mayor Paul Soglin assured the community today that city officials are closely watching lake levels and hoping for the best. Rose Schmidt live downtown on the Isthmus to tell you what you need to know if you live in that area. Rose?
Well, the first thing to know is that there's about 1,700 households that are at risk of flooding currently. And Mayor Soglin says the worst case scenario would be for those houses would have to evacuate, but again, worst case scenario. And that's only if we get 5 inches of rain or more. Now, city officials put flyers up on the doors of all those 1,700 households today. If you live at one of those houses, please be prepared for the power to go out if we get more rain and water levels rise. One lane is closed of East Washington Avenue currently, and parts of several side streets are also closed. Because there's several inches of water, Mayor Soglin says the good news is Lake Mendota has gone down about an inch, but Lake Monona is up about 2 inches.
This is not a situation where we're fearful of rain coming, filling up rivers, and then rushing down for miles. What we've got here is storm sewers that are at capacity.
The mayor says the best defense right now is sandbags. More than 40,000 have been filled by inmates and volunteers, and about a dozen members of the National Guard are also helping fill sandbags today. Now, if you do live on the Isthmus, and you should be prepared that flooding levels could rise, and in that case, Mayor Soglin has some tips for you. He says your power could go out, and in that case, you should be prepared to have your phone charged and have alternative power sources charged, and of course, do not buy perishable food items because they could spoil in your fridge.
All right, Rose Schmidt live downtown. Rose, thank you very much. Let's get a look now at our first alert forecast. Meteorologist Dave Caulfield in the Weather Center. Dave, we're really just hoping to dodge a lot of this stuff.
And so far we have, Eric, today across southern Wisconsin, just a couple of drops of rain, not that much, a little bit of drizzle, but there is a chance of additional showers and thunderstorms tonight into the overnight hours. Not seeing too much right now, all that heavy rain located across northern Wisconsin, but as that low gets a little bit closer, a couple more showers and thunderstorms thunderstorms can't be ruled out. 24-hour precipitation estimate, definitely a lot of it located closer to the parts of northern Wisconsin. There we go. We're getting those numbers in as we speak, but really only about 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch of rain at most. But we are seeing some low-hanging clouds, maybe some drizzle right now in Madison on the WISC-TV Skycam. That's not going to cause too many problems. Hopefully we can avoid the heavy rain this evening. Temperatures in the 60s really haven't moved that much. Dew points have come up a little bit. So that's that moisture surge ahead of that low pressure system, the center of the low, that is. This evening, temperatures really not falling too much, mostly cloudy with a chance of a shower and storm. Gary will be back with a look at future track and also prospective rain totals in your first alert forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Dave, thank you very much. And although some floodwaters have gone down in much of western Dane County, many people are left dealing with the remaining damage.
And since many flood victims don't know where to turn, a multi-agency resource center is pointing them in the right direction. Our Madeline O'Neill joins us live from Mazomanie to explain.
Amanda and Eric, after losing nearly everything in a flood, it can be hard to know where to start. That's why agencies, including the Red Cross, Salvation Army, and government organizations are here in Mazomanie Elementary School's gym as sort of a one-stop shop for Dane County residents who are looking for answers so they can move forward.
This has been a lot.
There's no immediate danger from floodwaters here.
It was pretty scary. We had a man on the highway yelling, help me, I don't want to die.
But Dane County residents like Penny Klein and Barb Pletzer are still trying to keep their heads above water.
Like I say, God never puts more on you than you can handle, but I don't know.
They have one thing in common. Floodwaters Monday night took a lot from both of them.
And then the firemen and all them people come and boom, boom. You got to get up. No. No shoes. I was covered, dressed.
Like many others, neither has flood insurance.
We've lost our whole lower level, all my gas, furnace, electric, water heater, pressure tank, water system, fences. One of my sheds floated away. Just everything.
Now they're here looking to get their lives back.
All the help I can get, you know.
You don't know what to do first or how to do what, and it's never happened.
This resource center's goal is to take away some of that stress.
Instead of having to, look at this website, phone this number, something like this, they can sit down and actually talk to them and answer questions.
Several agencies are gathered here together, offering to help navigate flood issues or just offer some comfort.
It's heartwarming. You always worry, the first splurge, people want to help right away, and then it backs off, but we actually have more and more people coming out.
Coming out to help residents like Klein.
Tired.
And Pletzer.
Just can't believe it.
Tread water as they figure out their next move.
We'll survive it.
But we're all okay.
Since this resource center opened its doors at about 1 p.m., it's been busy with a steady flow of area residents coming in here. It will be open until 7 tonight, and another resource center will be opening up tomorrow from 10 to 4 in Middleton at Black Hawk Church. Send it back to you, Eric and Amanda.
Thank you so much, Maddie. There are a number of ways you can help out the people impacted by the flooding in southern Wisconsin. The People's Community Bank has a flood assistance fund set up in Mazomanie. In Cross Plains, the State Bank of Cross Plains has a disaster recovery account that you can donate to. In Monona and Middleton, volunteers can help with sandbagging. And in Madison, you can donate to the Salvation Army of Dane County, donate to Goodwill or Second Harvest Food Bank. We have a full list of all those resources up on channel3000.com. And the city is offering free sand and ready-to-fill sandbags at a number of locations around the city. Many city parks and public parking lots are pickup spots. cityofmadison.com has this map that you're seeing of all the locations offering sandbags. Sandbags at these locations are only for City of Madison residents.
And garbage crews in Madison will be making special runs on Monday. They'll be picking up anything damaged during the flooding. If you have large items like furniture or carpet, though, that needs to be tossed, the Streets Division is asking you to contact them so they can set up a specific time to pick up those items. You can do that at cityofmadison.com.
Curd Fest, which was originally slated for this Sunday, has been postponed to September 23rd due to flooding on the Isthmus. The recent flooding and compromised streets on the Isthmus surrounding Breese-Stevens Field, the location of the event, have forced organizers to postpone it. Officials say celebrity chef involvement and entertainment will be announced at a later date. Curd Fest is the largest celebration of cheese curds in the U.S. In the past 2 years, more than 13,000 people have attended that event.
News 3 will continue to spend time in the communities affected by this week's flooding. We'll have an update on conditions in Madison and surrounding areas tonight on News 3 at 6, News 3 at 10, and as always at channel3000.com. And you can stay safe and informed with News 3 as our county continues to deal with flooding. You can find our First Alert weather and traffic app in your phone's app store.
Next at 5, the woman accused in the death of a Janesville man will not face charges. District Attorney David O'Leary announced that criminal charges would not be filed against 20-year-old Serena Stone in the death of 26-year-old Robert Thomas Jr. Officers were called to the hospital early Wednesday morning on a report of a man who arrived with a stab wound. Thomas died from a single stab wound to the chest. Stone was arrested on a tentative charge of first-degree reckless homicide after receiving the reports. O'Leary said there is no question that Stone killed Thomas, but the state lacks evidence that would prove that she intended to cause his death. O'Leary said Stone and Thomas had a relationship that was often violent. The investigation showed there were numerous prior instances of domestic violence in which Thomas was the aggressor against Stone.
We are learning more details about the fatal shooting in Waunakee. Court records show Ronald Jenny, the man accused of shooting and killing his neighbor in a Waunakee apartment complex, wrote, "Shot Julie" in his day planner. After Jenny was taken into custody last week, he asked police, "What is the status of the person I attempted to shoot?" The complaint says the woman he shot, Julie Anderson, was pronounced dead at the hospital. Jenny told police, quote, "A man has a limit. I guess it was worth what I did, what I had to go through anyway," end quote. Anderson's 15-year-old son and 4-year-old grandson witnessed the shooting, according to search warrants. Jenny's facing charges of first-degree intentional homicide and first-degree recklessly endangering safety. He'll be in court again Monday for his initial appearance. Jenny's in the Dane County Jail being held on $1 million bail.
The DeForest Police Chief Daniel Furseth has agreed to resign. Furseth was facing multiple counts of misconduct within the department, which stemmed from a video where Furseth can be heard making racial comments. According to DeForest Village Board President Judd Blau, an agreement was accepted and signed at yesterday's special board meeting. As part of the agreement, Furseth will receive a lump sum payment of $70,900. He has 7 days to change his mind. Otherwise, the agreement is final on August 30th. The Sun Prairie football team will be wearing special uniforms tonight to honor the city's first responders. It's been a month and a half since a deadly explosion hit downtown Sun Prairie, killing Captain Corey Barr. Special game uniforms will be worn tonight when the Cardinals take on Beloit Memorial at home. The uniforms will then be auctioned online to raise money for the families affected by the explosion.
There's more to come on News 3 at 5. Up next, Senator John McCain has announced he will not continue cancer treatments. How other politicians are reacting to the news.
I'm meteorologist Gary Canolti on location in Middleton. This time we're not talking about the flooding, we're talking about something good. It's time for Good Neighbor Festival, and I'll have more weather live on location to tell you whether or not it'll rain in just a few minutes.
Quick check of the day on Wall Street. The Dow closing the week up more than 133 points. The big story, though, the Nasdaq and the S&P both closing at record highs. The Nasdaq up 67.5. The S&P jumped almost 18. John McCain's family says the 81-year-old senator has decided to stop his cancer treatment.
McCain's family shared the news in a statement announcing the Arizona Republican has chosen to discontinue medical treatment for the aggressive glioblastoma he's been fighting for more than a year. Senator McCain was diagnosed with the deadly brain cancer last July after undergoing surgery to remove a blood clot above his eye. He stepped away from Washington to focus on treatment. Today, former Secretary of State John Kerry called McCain a brave man, and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says, "We are so fortunate to call him our friend and colleague." Residents and tourists across the Hawaiian Islands are being warned to seek emergency shelter as Hurricane Lane takes aim. Lane was downgraded early this morning, but it's still packing wind gusts of up to 130 miles per hour as it slowly moves toward Hawaii's Big Island. Floodwaters are already swamping neighborhoods and making roads impassable. Some areas have received as much as 35 inches of rain in just 48 hours.
This is going to be a marathon-based event. Bottom line is we're going to see torrential rains occur for the next 48 to 72 hours.
President Trump has issued an emergency disaster declaration. Hundreds of flights are canceled, leaving an estimated 250,000 tourists stranded.
Now let's turn to our weather. Meteorologist Gary Canalti live tonight. He's at the Good Neighbor Festival in Middleton with our forecast as we look to the weekend. Gary?
You know, it's hard to believe that less than a week ago we had tremendous amounts of rain and flooding in Middleton and areas nearby. And now tonight we're able to get Good Neighbor Fest off the ground with a pretty nice evening so far. It's cloudy, it's cool, but just a little tiny mist and not much more, at least for the time being. Let's start out, first of all, by taking a look at the forecast that we have for the upcoming Good Neighbor Festival weekend. Now tonight, I'm thinking cloudy skies. There's a chance of a shower or thunderstorm. The better chances maybe toward 9 or 10 o'clock. Tomorrow we should warm up with temperatures in the low 80s. Should be dry. Sunday will be a little muggier, and there's a chance for some thunderstorms in the afternoon. So we're going to keep an eye on that. Now we do have an alert day in the forecast for Sunday for the possibility for some strong or severe thunderstorms in the afternoon, and also the potential for heavy downpours. I'm not looking for a widespread heavy rain, but still any additional rainfall on top of what we already have is not good news. Visible cloud track shows the widespread cloud cover we had today. That has kept our temperatures down, which is good news. That makes the atmosphere a little bit more stable and less likely to produce showers and thunderstorms. Current temperatures are in the 60s for the most part. Unusually cool for August, but still not bad, especially if it's not raining. Now we'll go ahead and take a look at the 24-hour precipitation estimates. So far, just very light precipitation from the first round of showers that came through this morning. But again, we're looking at the possibility for some more showers and thunderstorms to pop up later on this afternoon. As we look at Doppler track, nothing imminent right now other than a couple of sprinkles of rain. The heavier showers and thunderstorms are up in northern Wisconsin. Those so far will stay away from us. But to the west in Iowa, we'll see some showers and thunderstorms start to develop somewhere around Waterloo and then head eastward. Again, probably reaching us late this evening into the early overnight hours. As we check out the live view from the Edgewater, from the Quimby, or first the severe weather outlook, did want to show you this for Sunday. There is a slight risk of severe thunderstorms over much of southern Wisconsin in the afternoon as those showers and storms pop up. So that does bear some watching. And also the rainfall amounts, again, generally somewhere in the ½ inch to an inch range through Monday morning, but there'll be some localized 1 or 2 or 3 inch amounts in heavier thunderstorms. Just impossible to say exactly where those will be. Now, as we take a look at the live view from the Edgewater Skycam in downtown Madison, kind of gloomy, a little mist out there, but actually it's not bad. I mean, here at the Good Neighbor Festival, it's not bad at all. 67, though, high temperature for today, well below the average high of 79, 63 the low, and right now our temperatures have been staying in the 60s all afternoon. We're at 64 degrees. It shows light rain, but it's actually just a little bit of mist. Winds, though, a little breezy out of the south at 18 miles per hour. So as we go ahead and check out our forecast for tonight, we'll look for mostly cloudy skies. You can see on weather track there, the clouds pretty widespread and the temperatures. But if we go to the forecast, shower, thunderstorm chance for tonight, our low temperature will drop off to about 61 degrees by early tomorrow morning. For tomorrow, and there'll also be some patchy fog as well. Tomorrow, becoming partly sunny, warm, also a little more humid with a high temperature of 81. As we check out future track, you'll see that we'll see cloudy skies for tonight. There'll be a chance for some showers or thunderstorms, probably around 9 or 10 o'clock as we put future track into motion. And then you can see those sweep on through. By tomorrow morning, the clouds start to break up, and then we look for some sunshine during the day tomorrow. That will allow temperatures to climb up into the lower 80s. Now for tomorrow night, we're looking for partly cloudy skies, no rain expected. And then on Sunday, shower and thunderstorm chances return by the afternoon. And again, those rainfall amounts probably quarter to a half inch through early Monday, but some of the heavier amounts could drop up to an inch or two in some of the heavier thunderstorms. The 7 to 10 day forecast, we'll see heat and humidity for the early part of next week. Some shower and thunderstorm chances Monday morning, and then again Tuesday. There's a break in the rain now expected for Wednesday and Thursday with drier and cooler weather before temperatures ramp back up for the Labor Day holiday weekend, and some chances for showers and thunderstorms come back at that time. But tonight, it's the kickoff of Good Neighbor Festival here in Middleton. We're right behind Middleton High School, 7400 Lee Street in Middleton, just to the west of Middleton High School. If you come on out here, a lot of things going on. We've got a midway set up with carnival rides. We've got games for the kids, lots of food. The hours tonight from 5 p.m. until midnight. James the Magician starts at 6 o'clock here, so we'll have a lot of different events. Tomorrow, look for those times from 9 a.m. until midnight, so a longer day for tomorrow. It runs all day, and the weather, like I say, warm and humid, but I'm not expecting any rain for tomorrow. And then on Sunday, the event runs from 9 until 5 when it all wraps up. Again, lots of good music out here, lots of good food for Sunday, crazy kid games, also the parade at noon. So again, come on out to Good Neighbor Festival in Middleton, right behind Middleton High School. We'll throw it back to you, Eric.
All right, thanks. Hopefully he can bring us some cotton candy or something.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll find something for us. Gary, thank you. Still ahead on News 3 at 5, a new study shedding light on the dangers of drinking alcohol. We'll tell you the findings when we return. Stay with us. A new worldwide study says giving up drinking completely is the only way to avoid the health risks associated with alcohol.
CBS's Tina Kraus reports from London.
English landscaper Dave Carter has been sober for 9 months after hitting rock bottom and spending a month in rehab.
And it was never one drink with me. Even when I was young, I was probably the first into the pub and I was probably the last out the pub.
Researchers studied drinking habits in 195 countries over 16 years and found consuming any amount of alcohol is more likely to do harm than good.
This new research has found that there is no safe level for people in the population to drink alcohol.
Despite recent research showing light to moderate drinking reduces heart disease, scientists found 1 alcoholic drink a day increases the risk of developing one of 23 health problems, including cancer. The Global Burden of Disease study revealed about a third of the world drinks alcohol, and 2.8 million people die each year because of booze.
Romanian men have the highest consumption of 8 drinks per day.
And Denmark had the highest percentage of drinkers. Professor Sonia Saxena says alcohol advertisers need to stop glamorizing drinking or the next generation will suffer.
I think it's a tough choice, but I think we are going to have to change our culture.
Do you still go out to the pub from time to time with friends who drink?
Yeah, I have been out on a couple of occasions.
Dave's drink of choice is now soda and lime, and he says he's seen a big improvement in his health.
My eyes have been opened now to a life that I never thought was possible.
Researchers say alcohol use is the leading cause of death and disability in people as young as 15 to 49. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
The study in the journal Lancet found drinking alcohol was the 7th leading risk factor for death and disease in 2016.
We'll have another check of your forecast when we return. Stay with us.
Tonight on the CBS Evening News, we'll take a look at what it means that the president's longtime accountant has received immunity. A new global study on the impact of drinking on health. And Steve Hartman with a family fighting to save their home. Tonight on the CBS Evening News.
All right, let's take a final look at weather.
Well, a chance of showers and thunderstorms tonight. Not right now. It's not really looking anything ominous on Doppler track, but as we put this into future Doppler track for the next 3 hours, a couple more showers could come our way across southern Wisconsin. Even a downpour or two can't be rolled down, but shouldn't be that bad, hopefully. As we head into tomorrow, we'll be dry on Saturday. Temperatures will be warmer in the low 80s, a little bit more humid as well. A 7-day forecast showing things staying dry on Saturday, but then an alert day in the forecast Sunday for some heavy rain potential and also some possible severe weather. Rain chances stick with us Monday and Tuesday. Then we dry out and cool down significantly on Wednesday and Thursday.
All right, we'll have more updates in 30 minutes on News 3 at 6. Stay tuned for the CBS Evening News.